Hey YouTube, Mark Kaufman here, and today I want to talk to you about leather slips and how they can be a great addition to your EDC. But first, I want you to know where I got all of these. These are actually all from the same person, and excuse me. And first off, I have not kept track of what leather is what. I just buy his products and I am very happy with them. So first is his Etsy on top and then his website on the bottom. And I'm going to just tell you, his stuff is very affordable. He has an eBay, which is fantastic, which is where I got all of this. But this is where you can get all of his products, his Etsy, and then his website. And he does give coupon discounts. Just fantastic stuff. Now, why would you want to carry a slip or a leather sleeve for anything? Well, you may have some stuff in your pocket that may scratch up what you're carrying, like your keys would scratch up your knife. That's why I'm now carry this in a leather slip here. And he custom made this one for me, and I asked for orange, and I think this is buffalo thick leather. I don't know, they always give them a fancy name, but it's a very high, rich, oily leather. It holds its shape very well. It is very thick, good heavy duty leather. Fantastic stuff. And this keeps my knife from getting all scratched up in my pocket. Now, excuse me. Now, you may not want to have something this big in your pocket. Maybe you just carry a small pen blade. Well, he makes stuff for that also. He also makes things custom. But so here is the Rough Rider pen blade with a few scenic scenes on it. Not scenic, but eventful scenes. And he makes this here. This slip fits this knife perfectly, and it's not coming out at all. I actually have to just squeeze each side and then it will release it. So it's a fantastic product there. Now, you can have that, and that's thin. This fits in my watch pocket on my jeans, and it's fantastic. Now, let's say you're carrying something, but you want to throw it in your, let's say you want to throw it in, let's say a toolbox or something like that. You can put your, let's say this is a flashlight. This is just an example. I don't carry this flashlight this way, but this here is the Solitaire by Maglite. And if you wanted to throw this in your toolbox, but you had like a sensitive lens that you were worried about getting scratched, you could put that in there and then just throw it in your toolbox and it's good to go. I mean, again, really great quality stuff, different stitch patterns, and he does a wraparound stitch, does two-sided stitches. I mean, I'm not picky on how it has to be, but I mean, really fantastic stuff. But let's say you have a sharpening stone, okay? Now, I keep in my watchmaking desk, excuse me, this is a soft Arkansas stone, and I keep this in here to either sharpen up my screwdriver blades or sharpen up a blade that I might be using. So sometimes what I use to open up watches is a tool like this, but it has to be sharp. So I sometimes sharpen this up with a little bit of oil, and there we go. But let's say you want to carry this, okay, and take it with you someplace, and you don't want to risk cracking it or breaking it or ruining the finish of it, like the edges here. He could, excuse me, he could definitely make something custom for you, whereas, I mean, even if you bought something he has standard, this would even work. Like, you could throw it in this, maybe even ask him to have it made a little longer. I mean, he really could make anything work for you. And that would, a leather slip would definitely keep something like that protected. Now, I actually recently had him make me something custom, and that was to replace this. I wasn't too crazy about the suede sleeve that came with the Spyderco double stuff. I mean, it's nice, it's fine, but the thing is it's way too flexible and thin to actually really protect the double stuff stone from being dropped. And it's too malleable to allow sufficient protection. And so I actually had him make me this sleeve. And this houses my Spyderco double stuff very firmly in here. And I mean, I've already tested it. I've dropped it a few times on cement and on hard tile floors, and it does a fantastic job. Of course, if this by some chance got opened while falling and hit the corner of here, that would probably do it in. But every time I've done this and had it fall, it's been fine. Now, the other reason why I actually had him make this slip is because I don't think this is going to last my lifetime. I mean, it's already showing wear. It's absorbing certain oils, which I haven't used any oils on this. Spyderco advises you not to do that, but I do keep this in a drawer with other stones, and the oils have seeped into this and everything. Excuse me. And I don't feel like it's going to make it in 10 years. So I wanted something to replace it. And I feel like this heavy, oily, thick leather is going to be a more sufficient barrier to dust and certain other elements in keeping this clean and protected. So first off, fantastic leather again, very thick, very, very, very sturdy. And I mean, he does a fantastic job with his edges. Let's just first compare this. I'm going to remove all this here, and let's just compare it, what he built for me. And I gave him a picture. I just measured out the original sleeve for the double stuff and just said, hey, can you make me this with cream stitching? And he did it. But I mean, that is perfect. I mean, wonderful. I mean, absolutely wonderful. It really is a one-to-one creation, and it does a better job. I mean, I paid, I think $20 for this to be made custom, have stitches put in, and I just sent him my measurements and he did it. What more do you want out of, I mean, that's great service. That's great quality. And that's why I'm really pushing for his stuff. I mean, that's where you can reach him. And that's why I carry my fragile, I would say fragile or desirable items in slips now, is because I am tired of them being scratched. And that's why I wanted to talk about them, is try it, you know, carry your stuff in a slip and see if you like it, because maybe it would protect something that you want to have protected. I mean, I could even think of this, okay? Like, let's think of this here. Challenge coins, okay? You don't want them really to be scratched up. You know, you invest in them. I don't really buy challenge coins, but he would be able to make you a pouch for your challenge coin. If it's like a collector's coin, or even let's say you have, something like like let's say you want a wallet, you know, and you want to have a few things more in there that's gonna, he can make you anything, and there's really any reason to have something in a slip like this. So I just wanted to do some, I mean, because I love his products, some promotional stuff here, but also wanted to talk about the value of having a proper leather slip for any of your EDC items. I actually keep this in my front right pocket. It's usually on Monday mornings is when I sharpen all my tools, and I just keep this in my front right pocket and take it to work and then bring it back. But it's just, this wasn't doing it, so I had something made. And I'm actually gonna have him make a few more for a few other stones that I have. So yeah, a lot of reasons to carry something in a slip like this. Protection, maybe even you want to protect your investments. I mean, myself included. I mean, this was an investment. I'm not betting the stock market on it, but it's an investment and I want to keep it looking good. So thank you guys for taking a look at my video on pocket slips and why they're important. And I hope you take into consideration this seller and maker of slips, because his stuff is fantastic, does the job, and I feel these things would last a lifetime. So thank you guys again for joining me on YouTube here and checking my channel out. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna have a few things coming out that are gonna be fun and maybe, well, I'm hoping educational in the future. So thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you may be. Thanks again. Bye-bye.